How you doing, folks? I'm TreniuS Henderson. You tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're doing right. As you can see in the background outside is New York City. I've been exploring the city ever since I got here, okay? I've been out there going everywhere. I went to the World Trade Center today and saw the memorials and everything. Mind-blowing. You know, it's so dynamic. It's so dynamic. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm going to post some pictures of like all the spots I went. I went to Wall Street today. I went to Wall Street. I went to the stock exchange building, and I was stunned. I was astonished, you know. So that's why I'm going to talk to you about how to visualize whatever you want to attract. See, a lot of people don't visualize properly, okay? I visualized me coming to New York before I came to New York, okay? So I'm about to, listen. After this video, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to go to places you want to go, in order to attract the things that you want to attract, like anything you want. If you listen to what I'm about to tell you and how to visualize whatever you want, you're going to get it, okay? So listen close. First things first, I want to let you know this. Most people, not everybody, not you. I don't think it's you. I hope not. But most people live in a mind state where they feel like if everything is the way it is, this is the way it has to be. That's not true, okay? What's going on in your everyday reality is not permanent. You don't have to live the way you're living, okay? And the little 1% that's over here that watches things of this nature, you know, how the law of attraction and visualize anything you want. These are the people that use their mind power. If you use your mind power to co-create your reality, give this video a thumbs up right now. Okay, if you use your mind power to co-create your reality, give this video a thumbs up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this before I get down into it. Now, stay tuned, okay? Now, the thing you got to realize when you're starting to use your mind power versus using your intellect, like once upon a time, like I used to do. Once upon a time, I used to think that I had to go by step to make things happen. Until I realized the power of the mind. The power of the mind is powerful beyond anything physical out here. Your mind can shift your whole reality if you focus your mind on the things that you want to visualize. That's what I learned. And listen, I don't know if some of y'all be going through the same experiences, but when you learn how powerful your mind is, it's almost kind of scary because it's like the things that begin to happen in your life, it becomes like unbelievable. Speak or let your voice be heard. Comment, yeah, it's become unbelievable. Comment, it's become unbelievable that you know that you can use your mind power. I was freaking baffled when I started to see like my reality shift because I was using my mind to visualize. I was using these affirmations. I was thinking about the places that I wanted to go before I went to the places I wanted to go. I started to see money manifesting in my life because I was thinking about having money manifest in my life. You know, it was unbelievable. Okay, it was really unbelievable. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to give you some examples on how I've been using visualization since I've been here in New York City for the first time ever in my life, okay? All right, first example. Okay, yesterday I was out. I went to a mall, right? I went to actually Macy's. You know, inside the mall, I went to Macy's. Now, I wasn't planning on buying anything because, once again, I'm just here exploring. I'm just trying to, get a good visual understanding of where things are since this is my first time here. So I went in Macy's. This Macy's that I went in here in New York in Manhattan was totally different from like any other Macy's I've ever been to in my life, okay? And so I was just really like amazed about like how everything was set up and all the different stores and stuff like that. And so, you know me, I'm a big spender. So what I do, what TreniuS, what you do? What I did was I walked inside the Louis Vuitton store, right? I walked in the Louis Vuitton store. Now, y'all know how much Louis Vuitton costs. Y'all know how much Louis Vuitton bags and shoes and stuff like that cost. So what I did was I went and I was looking around, and it's funny because everybody that's in that store, you can look, and if you really notice, you can see that they have on Louis Vuitton or they have on some Gucci or some high dollar expensive clothes. You look at their sneakers or something, you can tell that they shop at Louis Vuitton, and so I was in that energy of that high positive prosperity energy. And so I was like, hey man, y'all have any cologne in here? That's my thing. I love to smell good. I love to smell good. Ladies love Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take that. Anyway, but so he was like, yeah, it's right there. So like I said, I wasn't planning on buying anything. I just wanted to smell. See, I'm gonna show you how to use visualization. So what I did, what you gotta do is this. What I did was I went over to the like cologne thing, Louis Vuitton. It's all fancy. He had to pull the tray out for me. He was like, "Here, sir." And it was like 10 different colognes, like laying down flat with the testers in front of them, expensive, exclusive stuff. So I'm like, oh, I already know these about like $600, $700 a bottle. So I ain't want to let him know that, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm gonna hit you in a second. I'm gonna come and get you in a second, but I just want to smell them first before I, actually purchase anything. Now, see, the whole time, what I'm trying to do is get it in my mind. While I'm smelling these scents, I'm visualizing what it would smell like if it was on me. I'm going through and visualizing what it would smell like. I'm checking this scent out and visualizing what it would smell like to some females. I'm visualizing what it would smell like, when I walked into a restaurant. Visualizing me having it on, what it smells like. The whole time I'm gathering information. The whole time when you trying to manifest something, you got to gather the information of the thing that you want. You got to go there to see it, touch it, feel it, smell it, play with it, handle it, fondle it, flip, toss it, turn it. And then I took one of the testers. I was like, okay. I took one of the testers and I actually rubbed it on me. I just rubbed it on me. Now, I ain't going to buy nothing yet, but I just rubbed it on me. So I put the tester in my pocket. Now, I went to the guy and said, man, this is nice smelling stuff. I plan on buying this, but this is my first time here, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to get it. Okay, no problem, boss. No problem. Fine. What did I do to actually manifest this cologne in the future? I felt it. I imagined it. I smelt it. And I told him and I affirmed it to the universe that I was going to come back and buy this cologne. Now, after you go out and do the things that I'm telling you to do, after that, let it go. Let it go. You don't have to think about it no more. You don't have to wonder if it's going to happen. It's already done. Okay. The moment you complete these manifestation techniques in order to visualize what you want to attract, folks, it's already going to come to you. It's automatic. I mean, it's inevitable. It's going to come. So I left out the store and I was completely confident. I was completely confident in what I was going to attract in the future. Now, I know I'm going to get that Louis Vuitton cologne. Okay. Listen, continue to listen on. I'm going to show you how I'm using it so you can do it too. The next day, I went back to Macy's, right? Now, instead of going to the Louis Vuitton store, I went to the Macy's, their perfume department, like the general perfume cologne department, right? And I was looking for this Louis Vuitton cologne in the department. It's funny because when I got there, it's like this lady, she was really just trying to give me customer service. And I'm like, uh-oh. So the universe is already kind of trying to put me on the same frequency to buy that cologne. So come to find out, they didn't have it. So that was another sign for me. Don't worry about it. Let it go. It's going to come. Now, I'm going to give you another example how you should visualize some of the things that you want to attract into your life. Now, today I was walking across the Brooklyn Bridge here in New York, right? I was walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, just looking at everybody, taking it all in, soaking it all in, okay? Then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I look at these condos that you can see on the bridge as you're walking across the bridge. I'm looking at these condos and this loft, and the exclusive thing about these lofts or these condos or whatever they were all glass, so you can see inside of these people's homes and where they stayed at. And I was just like, wow. I'm like, man, that's nice. And I seen this lady up there in her lounge chair, she was laid out looking at TV like this. And I'm just like, man, people, you know what I mean? I saw this guy walking around his kitchen and he had the television on. I'm like, man, people is really living good. People are really living good. So what did I do? What you got to do in order, if you want to get a loft or condo like that, visualized it. I stopped. I sat there and I looked at one of those condos, and I just imagined myself walking around in there and what it would be like. I could see myself in there and looking down on the bridge of where I was standing at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm visualizing all this for 2 or 3 minutes. What I do, then I say, I'm going to get one of those soon. I am going to get one of those soon, and then walk away. Forget about it. Still listening to music. Still still listening to music, okay? Still listening to music, folks. This is how you visualize to get what you want, okay? If you can get in the habit of realizing that your mind power is everything, if you can get in the habit of realizing that you can create your own reality with your mind, you won't never ever be sad. Because everything that you want, you will start to attract. Now, see, listen, I'm going to let you know this too. I'm on the road right now. I'm going to let you know this too. Listen, folks, you can attract as many things as you want. If you're able to just go through all your day visualizing things that you want, that you see, and then doing this process of what I'm telling you to do, visualizing yourself having it, visualizing what it will feel like when you get it, visualizing how people will act when you get it, you know, feeling it, you know, saying that you're going to get it, and then letting it go, walk away. If you can do this all day, every day, you will begin to get so far ahead of the universe that you will begin to attract. It'll come like in an order. I want to say an order. All the things that you've been visualizing from now on. If you start like tonight or today, if you started today visualizing something that you might want, and you visualizing this and you visualizing that and you visualize, all those things are going to come to you. So you can have multiple manifestations come back to back to back to back to back, depending on how many things you want. This is how I got good at it. Once upon a time, when I used to go out, I used to be a window shopper. I still am. I still call myself a window shopper, but it's funny because everything that I'm window shopping, I'm starting to get now. You see what I'm saying? Once upon a time, I used to be around people that was like, it's not cool in the window. Why you going in the mall and you ain't got no money? Why you can't look at that and touch and feel that fabric? You ain't got no money to buy that sweater, so you don't even need to go in the Tommy Hilfiger store. If you know Tommy Hilfiger don't like, you know what I mean? Just nasty, negative, cynical, pessimistic people, you know, stealing my blessings from me. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that's how you get what you want. If you're able to like go see it, touch it, visualize it, you're going to get it. Just last week, I was riding in a Ferrari 488 Spider, a $300,000 car. I touched it. I heard the engine. Woo, it was loud. Had the dealer beside me. You know, he was taking, well, I ain't going to say he was taking pictures of me because he didn't take no picture. I think I would want to take a picture of myself. Well, I know I took a picture of the car. Took a picture of the car. I felt it. I felt the energy of what it would feel like. I seen the people looking at me driving in it. You know what I'm saying? And I got all that experience in my mind still to this day. I said I'm going to come back and get that car. This is going to be the first car I get off that lot. You know, and I let it go. I ain't mad. I ain't wondering. That's how you got to do it. Don't get mad. Don't start wondering when it's going to happen, how the universe is going to do it. That's what messed so many people up. That's why so many people cannot attract what they want, because they start to try to be God. You can't be God. You can't be the universe. You can't wonder how this stuff is going to happen. All you got to do is ask. Asking is like seeing it and holding it and touching it. Believe it. You know what I mean? Speak it, and then it's going to come to you in divine timing. It's going to come to you in divine timing, man. It's going to be there in divine timing. I promise you, folks. If you visualize like this, you'll begin to attract anything you want. Now you know what's so different. Now you know what's so different about me. I don't even live my life like when I had a fixed mindset back in the days where, listen, I used to think that you got to do everything in the order. Oh, I got to wait till this time to be able to do that. I got to wait for the sun to come up in order to do this. Oh, I should go to sleep at 10 o'clock because that's what time people are supposed to go to sleep. Oh, if it's raining outside, it's a bad day. Like, I don't think in those fixed thought patterns anymore. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either, because that's the only way the law of attraction is going to work for you, is if you get out of that fixed state of thinking, okay? And you got to go step totally into like a new mindset, you know, in order to use the law of attraction. This new mindset of visualizing and being able to attract and manifest what you want, it flows fluidly. It flows fluidly. The only thing that it requires you to do is believe and have positive energy. Ooh, here come another one. Here come another one. I'm lit up. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. We're in New York. Going out tonight. Going out tonight. Gotta hurry up. Make this video. I'm going out tonight. Okay, listen. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. This is what I wanted to tell you before I go. Okay? Listen. When you are... What was the main thing that I was doing when I was out there at the mall? What was the main thing that I was doing when I was in front of the stock exchange building? I was visualizing myself in the stock exchange building, right? And then you know what I did when I got back to the room? You know, I actually went on the computer and I pulled up on YouTube what it looks like inside the stock exchange building. And I saw this girl who was doing an interview, this young girl about my age, who was doing an interview inside the stock exchange building. So I got all of it in my head. But what's one of the things that you got to do in order to visualize what you want to attract into your life? What's one thing that you got to do? Act. Act. You have to act on the things that you want to visualize, okay? I'll give you an example. Before I went to the stock exchange building, I just looked it up, what it looks like, where it's at. But then I acted. I actually acted. I walked a whole mile and a half just to get there. I had to exert energy. I had to act and go towards it. It didn't come to me. The building didn't pick itself up and be outside the window and be like, here, Trent, it's the stock exchange. No, I had to get off my ass and I had to walk, you know, and I had to turn on some Migos, walk it like I talk it, walk it, walk. And I got there pretty fast listening to Migos that walk it like I talk it. But I had to work to get there. Same thing with you. Whatever you want to visualize, folks, and whatever you want to attract into your life, it ain't gonna just fall off the tree. If you want to attract money, it ain't just gonna come to you. Gotta do something. You gotta meet the universe halfway. Okay? Faith without works is dead, okay? Basically, faith without action is dead. Works is action, 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 okay? So with that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, I am your life coach. I am your life coach. If you need me to help you visualize better, you know, if you like the way my philosophies are and you want me to teach you some of my philosophies on how to visualize, make sure you send me an email. We're going to get a little session going on, 30-minute session like I normally do with all my clients, okay? A little 30-minute session, ain't nothing but $40. And I'll tell you all the things and send you some information on in email about how to visualize effectively, powerfully, you know, so that you can get out of that fixed mind state of thinking and doing things, and you can come into a more fluid or more free-flowing mindset that allows you to attract anything you want using the power of visualization. Get in contact with me after this video. Don't look back. Okay, so with that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe up here by clicking my face icon. Hit the bell notification so that you can be notified with new videos every time I upload. And don't forget to hit the bell. Okay, hit that bell so that you can be notified on your cell phone every time I upload a new video. Anyway, it's getting a little dark out here. It's getting a little dark out here in New York. Let me see. I don't know if you can see Manhattan. Well, actually, I don't know the names of these buildings. I just know that they big buildings. Look, y'all. It's going down out there, boy. I don't never sleep. All last night, all I heard was sound rings all night long. Horns, sound rings. Okay? So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. And folks, get in contact with me ASAP. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.